นี่ก็ขายแต่ละอันนี้คือสุดๆเลยนะหาไม่เจอสักอันแต่ช่างมันเถอะไปต่อไปทำเควสกันต่อดีกว่านะพวกเราไปทำเควสให้มันเสร็จๆไปเลยดีกว่าให้มันเสร็จๆอย่างน้อยถ้าทำเสร็จมันจะได้ไอ้นี่ได้แหละไม่ใช่หรอกนี่คือพยายามเอาเนื้อเรื่องให้ไปถึงโรงละครแนวคนนี้ไม่ใช่หรอกเพราะกูจะได้ไอ้นี่ยังไงแล้วบอกกูต้องเล่นใหม่หมดเลยจะพอแล้วกูต้องเล่นใหม่หมดเชียเล่นใหม่หมดเลยเหรอเนี่ยคอยดูซิว่าอันไหนมีสมบัติอะไรไหมถ้าไม่มีก็กลับเลยครับลืมกดได้ยังไงทางนั้น เพิ่งรู้ว่ามันสามารถเบรกขึ้นข้างบนได้ด้วยนี่ยังจำได้ว่าลงไม่ได้มันก็นี่ก่อนเลยนะครับทุกคนดูไอวามันเนี้ยเรียกขาดไปเดียวเนี่ยไม่อยากแลกไม่เอาไม่กูต้องไปแลกกูต้องไปหาเองใบนี้มันหาง่ายออกจะตายเพราะงั้นต้องมาให้เช็คสิอันนี้อ๋อต้องอันนี้ดีกว่าไม่ใช่อย่างนี้ดิ อ๋อมาฆ่าฉันทั้งหมดเลยเพราะงั้นก็ที่กูจงใจก็คือต้องให้ไปเครือข่ายชั้น2ดูเหมือนจะไม่ได้สินะงั้นก็ช่างมันก็แล้วกันแล้ว
Congratulations to both of you! Oh, you've overcome all obstacles and proven yourselves. But in the final stage, you will face the defending champion. If you fail, you will lose the opportunity. Welcome to the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival's third stage in the 20th season, sponsored by Soul Glad Enterprises, Superstar Showdown.
ด่วนซูเปอร์สตาร์ว่ะ สังเวียนเบอร์1กับสังเวียนเบอร์2เอาสังเวียนเบอร์1แล้วกันมาสังเวียนเบอร์1ไปเลยสังเวียนเบอร์1ไปเลย
Nice.
ให้ตายสิตอนนี้
Nice.
ไหนดูสิจะบอกเราว่าเป็นนั่นแย่กูว่าแล้วเป็นมึงจริงๆด้วย
No way. I think I just saw someone.
ว่า
Someone
แล้ว
extraordinary.
มึงจริงๆด้วย
Sound lingers.
Please stay tuned.
โอเคโอ้โหกูว่าแล้วมึงจริงๆด้วยที่อยากสู้มันก็อยากสู้
A night of beauty? That's right. This magnificent dream is built upon the Stellaron. And the... If I'm not wrong, the Knights of Beauty also received an invitation from the Watchmaker, right? Actually, we've already met the Watchmaker. Thank you, Knight of Beauty. we don't have... In
Ow.
that case, let's make our way to the end.
อ้าวแล้วกูจะกดอันนั้น
Penacony's
ไป
really
เพื่ออะไรกันนะ
thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
อ้าวไอ้เหี้ยแล้วกูจะกดซับเมตากันไปเพื่ออะไรกันโอ้กูอุตส่าห์นี่ตั้งนาน เพื่ออะไรถือว่าโอเคอยู่นะถือว่าโอเคก่อนเก็บออกมาเลยนะกูได้แชร์เพราะความตายเพราะค่าไม่ตายคือความจริงไอ้เหี้ย
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival. Before entering the Grand I, on behalf of the organizers, extend my sincere congratulations to you. As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We delved into the truth about Penacony and its
คือผม
Stellaron.
กำลังดูอยู่ใช่ไหมแล้วกลายเป็นว่ามันมีเบอร์อะไรไม่รู้9เบอร์ผมก็เลยตัดทิ้งแม่งเลยและเป็นคนที่ผมนั้นไม่เคยสั่งซื้อของอะไรเลยจะฝากคนอื่นซื้อตลอดเลยแบบเบอร์เหี้ยอะไรวะกูก็เลยแบบตัดทิ้งแม่งเลยโง่ๆไปเลยเพราะว่าไม่รู้ดิเบอร์9เบอร์ยังไงแม่งก็ไม่น่าใช่เบอร์คนก็เลยแบบตัดทิ้งไปเลยโง่ๆไอ้เหี้ย
Both I and the Oak family cannot acquiesce to your request.
Just as expected.
We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized by chaos, disorder, or anarchy.
คือแบบกำลังจะนี่อยู่ใช่ป่ะแล้วแบบไม่มีเบอร์เข้ามาเว้ยแล้วเมื่อกี้เบอร์แม่งมีแค่9เบอร์อะมี9ตัวเลขอะก็เลยแบบตัดทิ้งไปเลย
Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. The vulnerable ruthlessly eliminated, equality non-existent, common folk living precarious lives, eking out a dreary existence. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail, a dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise for all?
That's not the point! Don't let him mislead you!
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, now's not exactly the time to be holding an extensive discourse about Penacony's past and future, is it? The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If anyone has a better suggestion, the crew is more than willing to listen. Also, it'd be best to tell us the ins and outs of that meeting. This way, we'll at least know what Welt and Miss Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed to make our appointment.
Ah, Navigator. That is precisely my intention. With all present, let's begin by discussing the details of that. Let's talk about our tribulations and choices, our ideals and beliefs, and our final course of action. The only path to take.
เพราะตัวเองไม่เคยซื้อของเลยแบบปล่อยไปได้เลย
You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use the Charmony Festival that I have bequeathed to the masses as a tool?
Indeed, Dream Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across the entire planet of Penacony.
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort of the 5 families. If someone were to use the Charmony Festival to recklessly disseminate the power of the Stellaron, do you have any suspect?
I'd like to ask, did you really not know of the Stellaron's existence?
I would have never thought that this nameless...
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current circumstances are dire and leave no room for meticulous inquiry.
Dream Master, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron. If we're being overly cautious, I will return to the stage to offer tribute in song.
Sunday, Robin, I've watched you two grow up and know your dispositions like the back of my hand. Both of you, right now, the magnitude of this matter is enormous and cannot be taken lightly. Since Mr. Yang has asked with such earnestness, I will personally respond in kind. Sunday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me, and question me in their stead, so that no lies may be concealed?
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth, and to proclaim my innocence, so that all slander may be utterly dispelled?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron.
Let us begin. There is nothing else to prepare.
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other gods?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself, always heeding their admonishments?
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their name?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting more than the foundation of the creation itself?
Never.
Then, a final question. Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I be cursed in accordance with divine.
They have seen your faith, and have endorsed your faith. With this, it can—
Just a moment.
What is it, Mr.
I have another question I hope to have answered. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws. The god you both mentioned, are they truly Shipe?
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embracing solidarity and unity under their light. All duplicity is laid bare before the harmony. Such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the Great One, Shipe?
Perfectly harmonize. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance that has surreptitiously emerged from within this very— In the distant past, there existed an Eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Their followers formed the Beyond the Sky Choir, spreading solemn and reverent hymns throughout the universe. Later, they fell. The route traversed by this Eon clashed with the harmony, ultimately being absorbed and fused into it. The chorus that once reverberated across worlds, though an Eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger. In the all-forgiving harmony, echoes of bygone dissonance may subtly arise.
Mr. Yang, being overly astute can be a detriment. Especially when you find yourself alone and without allies.
So this is how it is.
For the sake of our grand cause, Sunday, please afford these two an opportunity to rest.
What?
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this. It's a pity that things have turned out this way.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually—
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Shipe. True bliss can only be guaranteed by the one who transcends the many. Within the foundation of law, humanity establishes, and through harmony, we obtain order.
Unbelievable. To think that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacony.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time alone to ponder their fates.
You should know that these actions make you an enemy of the Astral Express.
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But we haven't reached that point yet. Your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone and have been widely observed. Smart kid. You're just as sharp as the other one.
If it is the order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance, then there'll be no point in entertaining any type of discussion.
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands, and just as the family has always proclaimed, no one can be harmed in the dreamscape. At least Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blades against the weak. Natural selection. The world abides by this principle, establishing the well-being of humanity atop the corpses of the downtrodden.
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon? No one's ever done such a thing.
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I've always firmly believed that people can understand one another through peaceful means. I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the Astral Express, for Penacony, and for this stretch of the universe. Words can hardly do justice. So, come with me, everyone. Let us retrace our steps.
Huh? Where'd he go?
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world.
That means...
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process. Stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. The gray-haired guest tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also means that I cannot hide anything. Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of, I believe, after going through similar predicaments. You'll be able to... Let's begin. The first decision. This story happened when Robin and I were very young. We were victims of the Stellaron disaster, and the family's Mr. Gopher Wood, who would later become the Dream Master of Penacony, saw that we siblings later on. Robin and I lived a time with nary a care in the world. One day, after dinner, that baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers. We decided to build a nest for it right there and then. However, thinking back, that winter was unusual. It was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood no chance of surviving until spring. So we decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would release it back into... Its destiny was determined by our moment. Now, I pass the power of choice to you all. Stick to the original plan, and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell. Or build a cage for it, and feed it. I eagerly await your answer.
จุดเดิมความจริงจุดเดิมอะน่าจะเห็นผลมากกว่าครับเพราะจุดเดิมมันคือนี่อยากสร้างจุดเดิมนะเพราะถ้ามาสร้างจุดอื่นอาจจะมีผลต่อไอ้นี่ด้วยจุดเดิม
Interesting. since you've made up your mind. From what I've observed, there are at least 3 predators in that yard that prey on small birds. Even if they shy away from humans, these animals are still near apex predators and as for the choice you made, I am deeply sorry. This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family, charged with listening to the... It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the dreamscape. He was a dream chaser and an illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he told me, I sold everything I could at home. The house, the land, even his 2 children. He said he could not afford to raise them. He had a plan in place. He would buy back his children once he had made his fortune, and enjoy Penacony's beautiful dream with them. After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, at least. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For will you do as I did, and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit, or will you remain silent, leaving him to... I look forward to everyone's decisions.
มันต้องตอบช่วยและไม่ช่วยหรอยังไงเพราะพอรู้สึกว่ามันต้องทำตัวกันข้ามคุณลองตอบแบบตัวกันข้ามหมดเลยตอนแรกไว้เดิมคราวนี้ก็คือเกียร์กล่อมเหมือนเดิมสุดท้ายก็คือน่าจะโดนทั้งตระกูลไอ้นี่มั้งน่าจะโดนทั้งตระกูลแบบไอ้นี่ต่อ
I'm honored to witness you arriving at the same decision. First, the outcome. He attained major success. After avoiding capture, he ran. Now then, did he realize the wish he set out to achieve? No. The last time I saw him was in the real world, where the hounds were going to permanently exile him. And he told me the reason he was in this predicament was because he conspired to usurp the head of the Alfalfa family. When I asked him about his 2 children, in the end, my heart aligned with the harmony, and the good deed I dared to undertake helped. As to your choice, I once again offer my heartfelt apologies in the story this time. This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. At that time, what surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. He let me read its content. The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels, nothing out of the ordinary. Just as I started wondering...
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a letter from my sister containing...
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue. Do you know where Robin is at this moment?
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8, correct?
Correct. Has she mentioned anything about a stray bullet?
A stray bullet? What?
A war has broken out on that planet. It is because of this very reason that Robin chose this destination. To spread the word of the harmony. She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the IPC's medical supplies.
Is she alright?
If the operation was successful, she should probably be recovering. By the eon above, the bullet struck her neck directly, yet possibly as a reward for her consistent deeds of harmony. It didn't hit any vital arteries.
Those damned savages! I'll pack my bags right away. My gratitude for bringing this to my... Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't...
How could this happen? Miss Robin!
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will understand the harmony's limitations and predicament. As grandiose as the strong defending the weak sounds, many times, it is nothing more than wishful thinking. Likewise, I've prepared one last question, one last choice, because this is merely a figment of imagination. And would you still support Robin's journey on the path?
ยากไม่รู้สิ
I am now aware of everyone's stances. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise. I know the suffering of being tormented, the turmoil of losing your way, how sorrow and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain, because this is not what... We must teach the weak how to live a happy life, and this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion, a cage known as self-worth. People lured in by this illusion make mistakes, yet still ask that external influences bear the burden. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison. Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is known as order. That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the weaknesses of humanity. They can cast aside their primal instincts to build a haven for mankind.
ไม่รู้นะการที่ทิ้งสัญชาตญาณแบบมันเหมือนกับการที่เราทิ้งความเอาตัวรอดของตัวเองไปด้วยสิ
Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract, so allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may know, during these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing a certain tranquility to return to their souls. And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. They can live out their lives happily. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of
ว่า
Sundays.
ไงมึงหยุด7 วัน
This
แล้ว
should be the face of the new world. Idyllic, eternal, peaceful days.
ไม่ควรได้ซ้ำแบบเนี้ย
And thus, every person can return to their base selves in this utopia. Some gaze in reverence at the stars, pouring their whole beings into calculating the distance between us and the isolated world of Pagana. Meanwhile, there would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can humanity face the inevitable end with the purest of spirit,
การใช้ชีวิตโดย
living
มี
a
ความ
life
ลำบาก
of dignity.
อันตรายกว่าที่คิด
This is what it is to live in bliss. Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would surely understand this.
It sounds like a flaw. But what is the price to attain all this?
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary awakening until the end of the cosmos.
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words, it is an escape.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's hearts. Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as to why we sleep, it is because we are afraid to awaken from our dreams. But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly understand the frailty of human nature. And from there,
I admit that you are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. Yet you express compassion for all, even when your heart pities them. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright. The want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak? Because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer. We'll leave it to you, just as Mr. McHale instructed before.
What is this place?
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know, but I feel a sense of déjà vu. What is this place?
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but weirdly, when we entered it, it was completely empty. Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories, and a dream bubble can't take shape, so I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery, Misha. As a hotel doorman.
I don't know much about dream bubbles, but if you...
I'm counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a connection with this dream bubble?
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. But since Misha feels familiar with this... Exactly. This is where you and Firefly encountered death, which we now know as dormancy. Considering its connection to Dreamflux Reef, the question now is, who brought you here? Based on the clues we have so far, it's unlikely to be that mask we're drawing closer to the truth once more. Let's give Misha some...
All right, but there are doors all over the place.
I guess... I'm not entirely sure, but... let's give it a try.
Wait, you managed to choose the right door?
weird. This place is quite different from the hotel. But I feel like I've been here before. If I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down that hallway. Clocky and I, and the room on the other side was the toy room. Hold on. This doesn't make sense. Didn't I grow up in Dreamflux Reef?
This could be a case of amnesia. Don't worry, Misha. It's common for everyone to forget certain aspects of the past. Those memories haven't vanished. Since this place seems familiar to you...
Yeah. Then let's check... Tick-tock. Tick-tock. Something very important.
ตักสักด้วยของเล่น
I heard some noises from the room.
You and Origami Bird are...
Yeah. It's a member of the Compass crew. Just like Clocky and Miss Mirror. And there's more than just they follow Miss Mirror's orders and handle all sorts of jobs on the ship. They're the best sailors.
sailors? Can Origami...
Could you tell us more about the Compass, Misha?
The Compass is a ship bound for the New World. Clocky and his partners travel through layers of fog to the depths of the sea, whenever there is danger.
That's a great story. But in the Penacony cartoon, Claude...
Huh? Oh, that does seem to be the weird. I clearly remember... Clocky arrived in the new...
Perhaps Clocky has a hidden past.
So, where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville? Tick-tock.
Mikhail, that's the name. Now we all know him as the Watchmaker. So, who is he talking to?
I'm sorry. I don't know much about the Watchmaker.
Anything special about the...
Mikhail is Grandpa's name.
Grandpa? Do you mean your...
But we haven't heard anything about the Watchmaker having descendants. And the name Mikhail. Could you tell us more about your grandpa, Mikhail?
Yeah, sure. He was a seafarer who fearlessly ventured into mysterious seas and storms. He was always on the sea and had he didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old. He believed he was still young. The name Mikhail was given to him by his parents. Every time he came back, he'd share his logbook with me and tell me about his adventures at sea.
It appears that the seafarer has nothing to do with the Watchmaker. So where is your grandpa now?
He went off on a new journey. And it's been... I think... I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead. Look, there it is!
ที่นี่ไป
The water resembles a precious jewel, embedded in the dreams of all seafarers. Every time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves, it feels as though I'm back in this.
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
Yeah, I saw these sentences in Grandpa's logbook. He used to say that despite the perils of the sea, he often said that those moments felt like returning to his family's side. And the difficulties at sea didn't seem...
You know, I quite understand such sentiments. Hey, don't tease! I was just being a bit sentimental.
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul. Even though the other side of the sea remains shrouded in the unknown, the fountain in front of his house...
Yeah, while Grandpa was at home, we would stand by the fountain and place the compass, toy boat that I made into the pool. Back then, I would ask him when I could go on adventures like him, and he would always...
It seems this Mikhail is truly a seafarer and has nothing to do with the watchmaker.
Yeah. Based on Misha's recollections, the scenes in the dream bubble
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, he was clearly born on an oceanic planet and led an ordinary life, with no connection to Penacony at all. Could this be some sort of metaphor? Perhaps the sea...
I'm sorry. I don't know, but my memories keep pouring out uncontrollably. Perhaps I'll remember more things. Share your burden.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No, we should turn left here.
Huh? Something feels different about this place.
This is it. Up ahead is Grandpa's study. It was in that room that I saw him the last time.
The atmosphere in this room feels totally different.
Misha! You finally come!
Clocky, you're here! Yeah.
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he placed a logbook on the book. He described our world as a fountain. At some point, to ensure that everyone had land to settle on, he had to continue exploring the sea. And on that day, he called me to his study, telling me that he was embarking on another journey. I asked him if I could go with him, but he said that my adventure lay elsewhere.
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky. An ocean of stars. He said that he knew the crew on the train. And that...
A train? Could it be?
It's the Astral Express. I remember now. Grandpa's friends are a group of nameless who came to this world to resolve a disaster caused by it. Then, he gave his pocket watch to me. It was his cherished treasure, appearing in every one of his adventure tales. He said, as long as I kept moving forward, I'd eventually reach my desire. The distant sound of a train whistle.
Exactly, Misha! And then we followed that whistle, didn't we?
Yeah. I think...
This is the dream jigsaw, right? So we're supposed to find the exit. But where can...
Do you remember? You said you obtained a mysterious...
Hey, the shape seems to match.
Looks like we're just one step from revealing the truth.
So that's how it works.
นั่นมันอะไรเห็นตั้งแต่เมื่อกี้เห็นตั้งแต่นี่มาเลยอ๋อ
This is it. This is my room of clocks. While I spent my time waiting for Grandpa to return from his voyage, Walter gave me this here. I learned how to repair clockwork and gears out of my fondness of precision mechanics.
So, this building in the dream bubble is your...
Yes, but not exactly. This dream bubble itself is my home.
Looks like you've remembered everything now.
Wait. Why does it feel like everyone else knows something I don't?
March, do you remember when he mentioned a clocky that only he could see?
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we all saw him in Dreamflux Reef, right? And Mr.
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. His experience shows that neither Firefly nor Acheron can see this clocky. And when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside of the crew a mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few. It's just like a hidden message.
But Misha can see Clocky too, right? They even grew up together. But Misha hasn't started the way.
That's the key to the mystery, March. Now, take a moment to recall. Have you ever seen anyone outside of the crew interact with Misha?
Wait.
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. And I'm a dweller in this dream. Just like a memory zone meme. I should have stayed here and waited for you. But when reality and memories merged, I unconsciously pushed open that door and left the...
So it's not that the Watchmaker's dream bubble is empty, but rather the stuff inside ran away? And the whistle you heard was the sound of the express arriving at Penacony?
That's one way to see it, but I believe there's a longer story behind all this. It's best for Misha himself to explain all the details. How about we start with your name? Now, should we call you Misha, or...
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. I was born on Lushaka, in the Presmere system. Adopted by seafarers Mikhail and Char. They gave me a treasure. Mikhail Char Legwork. Or simply, Misha. If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name. The Watchmaker.
So, you're the Watchmaker himself?
Unfortunately, that legendary figure is no more. As for the child who has been with you, he's the innocent protagonist of Misha's childhood dream. A friend of Clocky, a young apprentice, and a future mechanic on the Express. And this also marks the beginning of his journey.
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame, which I so cherished, in my deepest dreams, hoping to pass it on to the nameless of you. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Because he was born with a desire to trailblaze, wasn't he? I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. He remembered it, and that's why he mistakenly appeared as a hotel doorman in his dream from the very beginning. The one who brought our unconscious friend here must have been Misha. If that's the case, we encountered the Watchmaker's legacy from the beginning, didn't we?
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. Perhaps that's what every nameless has to go through, but in the end, you found me. I'm sure you're all wondering what my legacy is. I believe my hound has mentioned the Stellaron and my wealth.
If I may apologize, the Stellaron part is real. As for my wealth, however, it's nothing more than a baseless rumor. I left my homeland as a child and embarked on the journey of Trailblaze. I traveled to various planets until finally reaching Asdana. I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the obstacles in my path. But ultimately, my journey reached. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called a legacy, now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you. For all I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, guiding that naive child forward. And my hat, too. The one who navigated for me placed it on my head and planted a fanciful thought in my... Now, it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
All right, everyone. Let's make a decision, although I don't think anyone will have any objection.
Of course. We've come this far. Surely there's no...
In that case, it's unanimous. Then let's proceed together to the end of this stream. Until...
ดีที่โคตรจ้าบโรงละครเมื่อไหร่จะถึงเนี่ย
Mikhail, where are you going?
Someone has to step up and save Lushaka. So why can't it be me, Misha?
Please don't go. And if you must, please take me with you. Don't leave me alone.
Even without me, you know how to proceed forward, brave Captain Misha. The compass is waiting for you. Now go, board that train and start your journey.
Where are you going, Mikhail?
I'm going to clean the floor in the parlor car. I've promised the conductor.
Wait, first tell me, did you fix this watch?
Yeah?
I know what it looked like before. Its chain was broken, the back case torn, and the marks on the dial all worn out.
Well, it's hard to explain, but I knew it could be. It's the hands, Mr. Amundsen. Its hands were intact and pointing in the right direction, so I knew there would be a way to fix the rest.
I see. You'll work with me from now on. Haven't you always wanted to tinker with this train?
But I only know how to fix watches.
Don't worry. You've got what it takes. I'll teach you what you need to know.
Where are you going, legwork? It's time to head to our next stop.
I'm staying in Astana with Rosalina and Tiernan.
I see. This place reminds you of home. The people of Astana have only achieved a tiny victory and still have a long way to go towards true freedom. Don't worry, not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if I leave the Express, our path of Trailblaze will continue.
Yeah. I knew you wouldn't stay on the Express forever.
This is Mr. Amundsen's hat. But why?
When he departed, he said he would leave it to his best student. Well, I suppose the time has come. Farewell, legwork. Take care of Tiernan and Rosalina. And don't forget...
watchmaker?
Don't worry, Micah. Just going on a little trip. Someone has to be at the forefront of the interstellar frontier, and I'm the only former nameless in Penacony. So why can't it be me?
Because you're all we have! Have you forgotten about Tiernan? The cosmos is way more dangerous now. What will happen to Penacony if we lose you?
But what will happen to Penacony if we don't find a way out? Ah, Tiernan. How could I ever forget him? I've spent countless sleepless nights asking myself why I didn't go with him back then. We Nameless won't stop. Don't worry, Micah. It's just a matter of getting back to my old profession. Just wait for me to come back. If I don't come back in one piece, then you'll become the next watchmaker.
Where are you going, old man?
Oh, you're here.
Answer my question. What are you up to?
Relax, Gallagher. I just came up with a great idea.
Oh, come on. Aren't all your ideas just ways to get yourself killed? I may be blunt here, but you're the last remaining hero in Penacony.
คนสุดท้ายของพินาคนนี้ฮีโร่ของพินาคนนี้การเหลือแค่คนนี้คนเดียวแล้วก็เสือกตายเงี้ยเหรอ
If you die too, the secret of the Stellaron...
Yes, I'm afraid there's no way out in Penacony, so I'll have to consider We'll organize a festival using the Watchmaker's legacy as a facade and send invitations to the entire cosmos to get...
So... a desperate struggle against the family?
กลายเป็นว่าคนแหกกับกูเสือกเป็นช่างนาฬิกาซะอีกเจ้าพระเจ้าช่วยกล้วยทอด
Desperate? Don't we have you here, my friend? This task is challenging, but what? Make sure to send an invitation to the...
Misha! Where are you going?
Oh, it's you, Clocky. Last night, I had a long dream about the day we met.
Write it down? Why?
Oh, so I won't forget it. Do you remember how you got your name, Clocky?
Your name Clocky อะไรกัน
Of course! You told me that when you were a kid, you lived in a room full of clocks.
Yes, but what I didn't mention was there's a funny misunderstanding behind it. I was a kid, and there was always a special pocket watch in my memories. I wanted to have a pocket watch like that too. And that's when you appeared in my dreams.
Yeah. Every night, we boarded the compass.
But you know what? It wasn't until the day my grandpa gave it to me that I realized it was a compass. So, your name should have been Compassy. And the watchmaker is just a nameless.
We've arrived at Dreamflux Reef. So, where to next?
You know, Clocky, I don't think I'll be going anywhere else. I've traveled far enough, and it's time for a little break.
Oh. So, we'll set out again.
No, I'll stay here. And then, this is where it ends.
This is... where it ends? What do you told me that the trailblazing expedition would never end.
Yeah, that's what I said. So now, it's up to you to decide your next destination.
My next destination? What's that supposed to be? I've been following you! Misha? You're acting weird today. If you're feeling down...
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves all problems in this dream. So, do you know what clockwork actually is? Well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate and doubt which way to go. That happens in this dreamscape. But don't worry. Everyone goes through moments of uncertainty and hesitation. Eventually, whether it's calming, happy, angry, or sad, all they need is a little nudge to take that step toward where they truly belong. I'm leaving that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others. Such is the essence of clockwork, the will of the Trailblaze. Clocky's hands spin around non-stop, indicating confusion, frustration, and weakness. But ultimately, people still need to move forward.
Just like your hands, always pointing ahead. This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
Trailblazing means taking paths your predecessors forswore, and venturing even further. The Penacony in Mikhail's dreams does not belong to Order. I can't believe that Eon would cast a glance at Penacony at a time like this. Is it because of the resonance from the legacy of the Trailblaze? Or perhaps the bond between you is so strong that it even impresses an Eon?
Well, there might be another possibility. Perhaps they want to witness, on behalf of the fallen Eons, who will hold the future of Penacony.
If that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of the Oak family, I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the upcoming Charmony Festival. And, of course, you won't be in the audience, since the future of the Stellaron, Penacony, and even the entire cosmos is at stake. Let's draw a conclusion. If you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination.
ลงละครมาสักทีเหอะกูอยากฟ้าไม่ใช่หรอกไอ้เหี้ย
Does that mean he wants to fight us during the Charmony Festival?
I'm afraid so.
This is weird. Aren't Arc villains usually plotting some dirty conspiracy in the end? But he actually said something like, in all fairness.
Well, in my opinion, Sunday is deeply committed to his own philosophy and genuinely wants to prove that the Order is right.
เมื่อไรโรงละครจะมากูอยากได้ด่าโรงละคร
I
แล้ว
sensed a strong conviction and a desire for dominance in him. Maybe he won't accept the outcome, and that's why he'll give it his all in the upcoming battle.
We've even dealt with a Lord Ravager of the Destruction, so a follower of—
Anyway, we can't leave the Stellaron unchecked. This is about trailblazing a bright future for Penacony and fulfilling Mikhail's and his predecessors' long-cherished wishes. Now that we've taken up the mantle, we can't afford to fail them.
However, the same applies to the Order. Their plan didn't materialize overnight, and they have the profound collective consciousness of the planet of festivities behind them, the desire to dream, to slumber and escape reality. All they've harnessed the will of an entire planet to create an eon.
What do you mean? Are you not coming with us?
I believe Firefly is trying to say that she's...
Before I left, the Destiny Slave told me that this journey would bring unforgettable rewards. Because one of the lines said, I'll experience death 3 times in the land of the dreams.
3 times? This can't be serious.
The first time was a painful death when I was stabbed by the Blade of Dormancy, which led to all subsequent events. The script will always come true. So now I've understood the meaning of my second death. And I am prepared to face it. Only by achieving victory in this battle can we secure a future for Penacony. And only then.
The most terrible form?
The true death, where everyone in Penacony loses themselves completely in the eternal sweet dream of the Order.
We must do everything we can to prevent that.
Have you made up your mind, Firefly?
Yes. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
Thank you again for your assistance for the Astral Express. May we meet again, in reality.
Yeah. Farewell, everyone. May your trailblazing expedition... I dreamed of a scorched earth.
Everyone, are you ready?
A new shoot sprouted from the earth. It bloomed in the morning sun and whispered to me. Like fireflies to a flame, I speak against death. May we meet again in reality.
After today, Japella's name will disappear from cosmic history, and the Everflame Mansion will take its place. That's your next stop.
Land of the Dreams. Penacony.
I hope you find whatever you seek there.
You mean my 3 deaths?
Silverwolf told me about it. It's such a shame that it's not part of my script.
Well, I want to live. I'm never afraid of death. The opposite of death is eternal life, and that's something I'll never desire. People die, and I am no exception. We have to choose where we want to rest forever.
Do you exist just to perish?
Are you not the same, Blade? The end you desire is not one. If I were to die now, I would only be a weapon. Though its definition escapes me, isn't this the answer that ordinary people look for their whole lives? The tombstone that belongs to me once bore the inscription, Glamoth's Iron Cavalry. That it will bear the name Firefly. And all the brilliance she showed at the end of her life.
That's quite unexpected, old man. Who would have thought you're crazy? I can sense that this false sweet dream is coming to an end. The Nameless may be young, but they had the... It's a shame you won't be able to see it firsthand. Maybe I won't either. Once something fictional is... Yeah. Not just those Nameless. Even Mr. Wings is just like you. Stubborn. Won't listen or give up, no matter what. But in the end, we managed to do it. And now we can find solace. Well, I don't know if they really meant it, but... if longing for freedom means going to hell, then I'll be joining you soon, you old fool. Let's get together and have supper again in hell. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's to you. A glass of hello and goodbye, Trailblazer. To the imperfect.
ต้องเติมก่อนนะทุกคนนิ้วมา
It's warm here, isn't it? You're lucky to have found shelter from the rain. Let alone fresh berries in this desolate place.
กำลังใจนี่เลย
I was just following the scent of life. It's particularly strong in a place like this. It's a shame these berries don't have much...
Seriously? In case you didn't know, this fruit is pretty... It becomes... Have you lost your...
I can still taste certain things, like a faint sweetness. Before coming here, I stopped by a place called Orkron. It had barren cliffs and nights lit by bonfires. Burgundy snow would fall from the sky, and when it landed on my tongue, it tasted like raspberries. The flavor wasn't exactly sweet, but it left a lasting impression. When I think back on my past, I realize that what's tying everything together isn't the big events, but rather these small yet unforgettable moments. Don't worry about it. Losing oneself is a reality that every self-annihilator must face. At least I haven't completely lost my sense.
Well, congratulations on adding another. By the way...
No, I had a companion in Orkron. She's a short, nameless girl who aspired to explore IX. She always...
Quite an ambition.
She...
Well...
Condolences. I don't need them. The girl left with a smile. She never regretted her choice and most definitely...
That's proof that you're grieving for her.
Or perhaps...
Afraid? I rarely sense that emotion.
I'm afraid I'll forget the 30 days I spent with her, just like all the other days in my life. Most of them have already washed away with the rain, disappearing into an unseen realm. I fear that those vivid red memories will fade away too. There isn't much color left. And besides the...
Hard to imagine. A ranger accustomed to bloodshed, destruction, and chaos.
Because I have experienced this warmth many times. Long ago, I promised someone that I'd bring it. As long as this red color still lingers, I have a chance to fulfill that promise. It represents a burning fire. In the end, it will lead me beyond the horizon of existence.
The one blessed by the sleeping and shapeless is considering how to kill them. But you're right about one thing. After spending so much time near this stagnant water, only...
When will this rain ever stop?
Perhaps...
Have you heard of a planet named Biari Scamandros, Don Hung? It's one of the paradises under the influence of the Harmony, a sought-after wonderland for the half an amber era ago. The family held an unprecedented festival there.
Do you think the same thing will happen on Penacony?
Yes. Or how else can we explain it? The family deliberately...
Because of the nihility, I'm rarely affected by the power of other paths, but somehow I can unconsciously infiltrate them.
I would disagree. Biari Scamandros is not part of the credit system or connected to the Silver Rail. It's nothing more than a remote civilization. If the family messes with Penacony, that would be like declaring war on almost half of the factions in the cosmos.
No, they don't. If they truly serve the Harmony, that is.
What do you mean?
The path in Penacony is impure. The Harmony here has impurities.
Do you remember the ancient swarm disaster? Tazeronth, the propagation, brought endless havoc to the universe, and it eventually evolved into a fierce battle. Two paths lost their eons in that war, the propagation and the order. Coincidental.
Shipe, the Harmony. Legend has it that they participated in the crusade against the Imperator Insectorum, and devoured Anna the Order for unknown reasons.
Holy forgaroni. So you're saying that the two leaderless paths are working, but
I don't see any descendants of the propagation in Penacony. Could it be that the remnants of Beyond the Sky Choir are...
I can't say for sure, but they're definitely planning something for the Charmony Festival.
Holy wabba-boo. Now, this is getting way too complicated. Is this why you want us to leave Astana right away? Are you giving up?
The Charmony Festival will start soon. There's one thing that I need to confirm no matter what.
Time is running out. I have another plan.
Hold on. Are you thinking of using the Jade Abacus of Allying Oath?
Exactly. The assistance from the Lawful Cloud Knights would be enough.
Think it over carefully.
You can only use that once in your lifetime.
I have considered it thoroughly. My companions are... They're all...
ถ้าเป็นไม่ได้มึงช่วยไปถึงโรงละครหน่อยก็ดีนะเพราะกูจะฟาร์มของไฟไม่ใช่หรอกส่วนเนื้อเรื่องนั้นก็
Are you the only one here, my child?
กูอยากรู้ว่าไอ้เหี้ยนกนี่คืออะไรเนี่ย
The Nameless is quite the diplomat. Our secrets have spread like wildfire within the family. An IPC starship. This is a crucial moment for us. So, where is the chosen one who harmonizes?
What do you mean, Master? I'm right here in front of you, aren't I?
You know, she was supposed to be the star of the Charmony Festival. In our plan.
But the plan has changed. As her brother, I know she doesn't want to sing for the Order. So I'll take her place.
You've always been wise beyond your years. I'm sure you understand the consequences of your choice.
If you consider this a betrayal, well, there can't be two suns in the sky. I'll step up and take down the other.
Do you believe in karma?
If karma exists, then everyone has their own karma. You have yours, and I have mine. And my karma has nothing to do with you, Mr. Gopherwood.
All right. Since you're willing to sacrifice yourself for her, I'll grant your wish.
Well, the compromise came sooner than expected. Why?
You and your sister were born as twins of the Order. And one of you is destined to follow this path.
Is this part of your...
Of course. You're still as clever as you were when you were a child. The opening is near. Go, my child. Seize the power of the harmony and reveal your karma.
I have one final question, Master. Why did you choose to bring the Order to Penacony? Wouldn't it have been better to choose a desperate world instead of a city filled with hope and dreams? Why?
It's for justice, my child. If we lose justice in our hearts, we'll make the same mistake as the Harmony did.
So, it's not you who manipulates the dreamscape with the Stellaron, but...
Well, that's where our conversation ends. Go ahead. The 107,336 souls of the Oak family.
I shall ascend to the heavens, becoming the scorching sun. Bathed in my light, my people shall flourish, while all evil shall be eradicated.
นกมึงตายเยอะอะไรขนาดนั้นวะน่ะ
This is the interior of
Nii
the
na lang.
Penacony Grand Theater.
It's quite exhilarating to be flushed into the air by Soul Glad. But why is...
And not only that, the entire theater is... Even if we're late, a grand... Let's explore around.
นี่น่ะเหรอโรงละครเห็นนะคนนี้ว้าวอู้ยเหี้ยโคตรใหญ่ เฮ้ยมีที่ฟาร์มอันนี้ด้วยดีเว้ยเฮ้ยแต่เอามาใช้ต้นเกมก่อนเดี๋ยวยังไงก็ต้องไอ้นี่อยู่ดีนั่นแหละเพราะงั้นก็นี่ไปก่อนแลกไปนั่นแหละดีละตอนนั้นที่แลกไปพอดีว่าไปแลกกับไอ้นี่มานะแบบนึงนะเดี๋ยวนะเฮ้ยได้นี่มาตั้งแต่เมื่อไหร่เนี่ยเดี๋ยวเราก่อนจะของนาฬิกาคืออะไรวะเดี๋ยวมันมีด้วยเหรอกูไม่เห็นรู้เรื่องเลย
Unknown to each other, yet united in purpose.
คือเชื่อไหมว่าไอ้ของเนี้ยที่ผมได้มาจากไอเนี้ยคือผมไม่นิยมมาหมดเลยไงเพราะว่าตอนนั้นคืออยากได้มากแล้วก็เอามานั่งทำเล่นจนกระทั่งแบบเขารู้ว่ามีที่ฟาร์มแต่ว่ากว่าจะหาที่ฟาร์มมันนานเลยแบบไปสุ่มหาไอ้นี่เอามาแทนเนี่ยไอ้ภาษาเนี่ยแล้วก็อันนี้มั้งใช่อยากได้พวกนี้มาอยากได้ไอ้เนี่ยมานานละตั้งแต่เห็นเนี่ยคืออยากได้อันนี้มากแต่ว่ามันหายากเหลือเกินกูก็เลยแบบตกใจขอบคุณสำหรับการติดตามผมขอบคุณครับคืออันเนี้ยคืออยากได้มานานมากแล้วอะคือเห็นปั๊บเห็นอันเนี้ยคือเท่ไงแล้วกูแบบแล้วพอรู้ว่าเอฟเฟกต์ทำลายล้างนี้มันดีก็เลยแบบยอมแบบแลกทุกอย่างเลยอันเนี้ยต้องเอามาใส่ให้ไฟไงอันเนี้ยถือซะว่าเป็นนี่แล้วกันเอามาใช้ทดแทนต้นเกมไปก่อนเดี๋ยวนอกนั้นกูค่อยนี่เอาก็ได้แต่ก่อนหน้านั้นนะที่กูงงอ่ะคืออันเนี้ยทำไมมันถึงไอ้นี่ได้แป๊บหนึ่งไปดูแป๊บหนึ่งสิเนี่ยกูเพิ่งรู้มันทำได้ด้วยนี่สิขอดูหน่อยว่ามันทำอะไรได้
It's still early. Where to now?
เดี๋ยวสิ ดูสิของขวัญจากเจ้าหนูนาฬิการับเครดิตจากสำหรับคนที่ทำเควสสำเร็จแล้วก็มีอันนี้จ่ายเครดิตเพื่อเพิ่มรูปปั้นจ่ายนี้เหรอไอ้เหี้ยมีของกาแล็กเกอร์ด้วยแล้วกูเจอนี่ทำไมอย่างนั้นน่ะไอ้จ่ายอ้าวนี่คือกูรับได้หมดเลยเหรอโอเคเอาเยี่ยมมีเด็กกระเกอร์ด้วยรับหมดเลยแล้วไงต่อล่ะไอ้เหี้ยกูได้กระเกอร์มาแล้วแล้วกูจะได้นั่นไปทำไมกันนะไอ้เหี้ยกูรู้แล้วไอ้สัสเย้เช่เฮ้ยอะไรวะเนี่ยอย่างน้อยมึงช่วยจ่ายถึง35ก็ยังดีได้แค่25ว่ะเอาเถอะ280เงิน 3,200 โอ้โหนิดเดียวคือกูจะเวลเต็มแล้วเดี๋ยวไหนๆก็ไหนๆแล้วไปสุ่มกันเลยครับน้องๆอย่างน้อยนะกูขอให้ได้โบเนียก็ยังดีอ่ะแล้วก็ฮิเมโกะนะซึ่งก็ไม่น่าเป็นไปได้สิเฮ้ยสีทองว่ะนี่กูจะได้ตัวอะไรมึงอีกแล้ววะกูเต็มแล้วเพื่อนมึงเอาคนอื่นก็ได้แต่กูเต็มแล้วไอ้เหี้ยกาลาเกอร์เนี่ยกูรู้ว่ามันดีแต่กูเต็มแล้ว2 3 4 5 6 7 8โอ้กูขอตัวละครก็ได้ทำไมมันต้องเป็นอีหนังสือโอ้โหตัวละครกูก็ไม่ค่อยจะมีมึงก็อยากให้หนังสือกูอีกโอ้ยเฮียสวัสดีครับไอ้ตัวละครกูก็ไม่มีกาลาเกอร์กูก็เต็มแล้วอ่ะมึงก็อยากจะให้กูเนาะแล้วหนังสือเนี่ยมันดีไหมเนี่ยมันเป็นเฟื่องฟูด้วยแล้วตัวละครเฟื่องฟูของกูมันมีแค่กาลาเกอร์อ่ะเฮียท้อชีวิตมึงดูเฟื่องฟูกูกาลาเกอร์ไอ้เหี้ยดิกูก็เต็มแล้วเนี่ยแต่ว่าเนี่ยเต็มแล้วเนี่ยมันเต็มแล้วอ่ะแล้วเสือกหนังสือได้หนังสืออะไรได้หนังสือเฟื่องฟูแล้วเฟื่องฟูกูคงมีมั้งเนี่ยมีแกลาเกอร์ตัวเดียวอ่ะนอกนั้นจะเป็นประสานหมดเลยเนี่ยไม่ค่อยมีนะเฟื่องฟูอ่ะเนี่ยเฟื่องฟูมีแค่เนี่ยนี่เดียวมั้งแล้วก็ไม่มีอีกเลยมึงดูเฟื่องฟูกับกูได้กลาเกอร์มาอันหนึ่งละแต่ประเด็นคือกูได้สีทองของอะไรครับตัวนี้มาทำอะไรได้อยู่เพิ่ม HP สูงสุดและปริมาณการรักษาเมื่อสวมใส่ฝ่ายตัวเองจะบันทึกปริมาณการรักษาไว้เมื่อตัวเองได้รับสุ่มดำไปเพิ่มเติมไม่รู้อะแต่ไม่คุ้มไม่รู้อะไม่คุ้มเลยเป็น5 ดาวที่โง่อะตัวละครกูก็อยากได้แม่งไม่ให้กูแบบนึงนะเอาไปเสริมพลังปั๊บกาลาเกอร์กูได้นี่มาไปเลยกาลาเกอร์กรู1,200ได้มาแล้วเกลือแต่อย่างน้อยยังดีนะเขาไม่เป็นธรรมดาไงมันเลยไม่ค่อยสีเท่าไหร่แต่ถ้าเป็นไอ้สีทองอ่ะอันนั้นเครียดแน่กูอะไปมุ่งหน้าสู่เพนนาโคนี่แต่ก่อนนั้นนะกูต้องหาได้35ป่ะหรือ40ใช่กูต้องหาได้40เพื่อที่กูจะได้ทำไอ้นี่แล้วมาสูงสุดเท่าไหร่โอ้50เลยเหรอโอ้ได้นี่มาอันหนึ่งด้วยกูต้องหานี้สินะเพื่อนได้ครับผมไม่ได้สีว่านี่ยังไงนะเพราะว่ายังไงซะผมก็ไม่ค่อยนี่อยู่แล้วนะบางทีก็จะแบบมาแบบนานๆที่จะมาบางทีผมก็ยึดตัวละครเล่นนะแบบเอาไปฟาร์มเล่นอะไรเงี้ยไป800แล้วโว้ยขายแค่นี่เท่านั้นผมต้องการไฟฟ้าอีกตัวหนึ่งเพื่อให้ทำเป็น E1 เพราะผมต้องการ E1 มากดูนี่ก็คำพูดใหม่ใช้ไปไม่มีส้นตีเลยอันนี้60ไม่ขึ้น70 75แล้วแปลว่าอันนี้ขึ้นนี่ไงบทพูดลงตัวเองอันนี้ไม่ขึ้นอันนี้ไม่ขึ้นอะไรอ่ะปึ๊บโอเคเดี๋ยวอันนี้ค่อยมาทำแล้วกัน อนนี้คือผมไม่รู้ว่าใครมันแอปผมบ้างเดี๋ยวแม่งเยอะมากเลยเนี่ยดูดิเยอะมากอ่ะผมไม่รู้ว่าใครเป็นใครด้วยแล้วแม่งแต่ละคนคือ60-70ซึ่งกูเท่าไหร่ครับ48ไอ้เหี้ยน้อยจะมัดเลยแล้วก็จะไปนะผมไปทำเควสหลักโรงละครพินาโคนี่ก่อนเพราะผมต้องการสิ่งของจากการนี้เพื่อที่จะการไปอัพไฟล์ของผมต้องให้ได้ E1 ไม่ว่ายังไงต้องให้ได้ E1 ถ้าได้ E1 เมื่อไหร่ก็คือพอเลยผมไม่ค่อยสนใจรุนเหมยเท่าไหร่นะผมสนใจแค่ไฟล์เอาแค่ E1 พอ
Gosh, the atmosphere here is so creepy and unsettling. Even if there's no audience yet, there should be some staff around. Why is it so silent?
อะไรวะเนี่ยมันล้มอย่างนั้นนะเดี๋ยวทำไมมันล้มอย่างนั้นดึงเฮ้ยหงอนไก่ดึงหงอนไก่ขึ้นเข้าไปจี๊บตักไปเลยเย้ในสุดกูก็มาถึงโรงละครเป็นคนที่สักทีมาขอดูหน่อยสิโชคช่วยนะครับเลยดีแม่งมุมมองแม่งดูน่ากลัวไงไม่รู้ไอ้เชี่ยมันดูมุมมองยากมากเลยเหี้ยปวดตุ๊กตามากเลยกูไม่ใช่นะปวดลูกตาอันเนี้ยไปปั๊บใช่ป่ะแล้วทางตรงเนี้ยมันกูมองไม่เห็นนะไอ้เหี้ยโอ้มองไม่เห็นนะไหนสิต้องไปทางนี้ปึ๊บพูดมาข้างหน้านี้แล้วก็ต้องเอาอันนี้ไปอย่างนี้สินะให้มันเดินไปทางนี้นี่แล้วก็ให้มาไปอย่างนี้ดูสิได้ปะเฮ้ยมองไม่เห็นว่ะมึงช่วยปรับมุมมองหน่อยได้ไหมเฮียมองไม่ค่อยจะชัดเลยมองกากมากไอ้เฮียมันคือด้านนี้ถูกแล้วตัวเนี้ยอันนี้มันอยู่ด้านบนหัวถ้าไปด้านเนี้ยแล้วเนี้ยอย่างเงี้ยได้แต่ประเด็นคือกูจะติดตรงนี้ดิปึ๊บใจจริงกูอยากให้มันมาทางนี้แต่ถ้าเกิดกูนี่ปั๊บอะแป๊บนึงนะขอลองดิปึ๊บ ก็ไปอย่างนี้เลยเหรอไปอย่างนี้ปึ๊บปึ๊บปึ๊บขอลองเน็ตซิคือด้านเนี้ยมันต้องพุ่งคือไม่ทางเนี้ยก็มาจากทางนี้อันเนี้ยถูกแล้วเพราะถ้าเกิดมันใช้ในทางเนี้ยมุมมองกล้องมันไม่ได้อีกอย่างหนึ่งมันจะมีปัญหาตรงไอ้นี่ตรงนี้มันจะไม่มีทางไปเนี่ยถ้าเป็นอย่างเงี้ยมันไปได้แต่ว่ามันไปได้แต่มันจะติดตรงไอ้นี่งั้นเลยอาจต้องเลี้ยวทางไปอีกทางแล้วก็เนี้ยมาเป็นทางแบบนี้ติดไม่ได้คือตอนนี้กูงงว่าไอ้มุมเนี้ยกับมุมเนี้ยว่าทำไมมันถึงไอ้นี่ได้ขนาดนั้นวะในตรงเนี้ยความยากของมันไม่ใช่นะความยากคือไอ้แค่กระจกนี่เนี่ยทำยังไงให้มันสะท้อนให้มันแบบตรงตามที่กูต้องการมากแต่พอมันนี่ปั๊บทำไมอย่างเงี้ยมันไม่ได้สักทีวะขอมองดูมุมมองที่มันเป็นไปได้แบบมันน่าจะไปตรงนี้แป๊บหนึ่งนะถ้าเกิดเอาตรงนี้ใส่ตรงแป๊บหนึ่งนะขอดูก่อนไปไม่ได้งงเดี๋ยวกูงงละทำไมมันไม่ได้ กูจะไม่เห็นได้แล้วมันยากขนาดนี้นะครับขอดูแป๊บเอาอันนี้ใส่นี่อันนี้ใส่นี่ขอรีเซ็ตแป๊บเอาอันนี้มาใส่ตรงนี้อ่ะอันเนี้ยมุมอย่างนี้แล้วนี่อย่างนี้อ่ะมันจะเดินไม่ทะลุเหรอวะหรือยังไงวะนี่ปึ๊บแบบนี้อ่ะหรือว่าเป็นมุมอย่างนี้อ๋อนี่ไงเกินมุมอย่างนี้ป่ะเสร็จแล้วก็ต้องเอาอันนี้ใส่ไว้อย่างนี้อ่ะแล้วก็อย่างนี้ไม่ใช่สิอย่างเงี้ยถูกแล้วขอบปะกินมาดิอะโหยากเกินบ้าปะเนี่ยยังไงต่อว่านี้แต่ที่กูรู้ว่าคืออันเนี้ยไว้นี่อยู่แล้วเพราะว่าเดินชนยังไงแม่งก็นี่อยู่แล้วแล้วก็เอาเนี้ยไว้นี่ไปพุ่งไปเอาละตัวกูต้องนี่ปะนี่ไงได้แล้วโอ้โหเชี่ยยากชิบเป่งโอ้ยโคตรแกยากเกินไอ้ที่โอ้ขอมึงก็ให้กากมากแต่เป็นสนามมึงยังยากเลยเวททุกคนผมไปสุ่มไอ้นี่มาใช่ป่ะสุ่มบัตรไอ้นี่มาไอ้ที่เป็นขาวรแล้วกูได้อะไรมาครับหนังสือแยะมึงไม่เคยให้ตัวละครกูอ่ะมึงให้แต่หนังสืออ่ะมึงเห็นกูโง่ขนาดนั้นเลยเหรอมึงให้แต่หนังสือกูเนี่ยเขียนหนังสือไม่จะเป็นบ้าเป็นลังอยู่แล้วตอนนี้มาให้ตำรวจอะ
Yikes! They scared the life out of me! What? You're so annoying. Stop scaring me.
Are these puppets part of the stage setup? Even.
ในที่สุดกูก็มาถึงโรงละครเพชรคนนี้สักที
Something feels off. We're in the right place, right?
There's no other grand theater in the...
So Sunday's messing with us? He said we'd have a final
My apologies for the delay.
You scared me. Where?
I'm waiting for you behind the curtain. Following the Asdana tradition, I invite you to enjoy. History is a mirror reflecting the universe's true essence. Let's use this opportunity to delve into the rich within it. Naturally, the future takes shape. Let us commence with the dawning of the world. After the Dusk Wars, darkness veiled the sky, and chaos consumed the earth. In the Order emerged, destined to restore all existence. That marked the first day. They gathered nebulae and forged them into picks, thus creating a grand lyre with black and white keys. Strike the white keys and the sun rose. Strike the black keys and the moon rose. And so, the cycle of day and night arose. That marked the second day.
กูคิดไปเองหรือเปล่าว่าทำไมไอ้ก้อนกลมๆนั่นมันเหมือนไอ้นี่ชะมัดเลยแฮะไอ้อะไรนะมันเรียกว่าอะไรนะเสียงผู้แห่งความบันไลเอาจริงนะมองอย่างเงี้ยมันนึกถึงไอ้นี่เลยโคเดกิฟแบบว่าแบบแม่งเข้าไปอย่างเงี้ยแม่งคือใช่เลยอ่ะตอนนั้นนะมึงอ่ะยืนอะไรตรงนี้
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Begin!
กะว่าจะไม่ใช่แล้วได้ฟุตสกิลเอาสวยดิ
Eternal. This is more than
Set to the sea!
ปั๊ม
Every victory is hard won.
อ๋อได้นี่มาด้วยการที่มึงมีสุนัขเฝ้ายามนี่คือยังไงครับฮะ
Until everything burns to ashes!
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Fight to live!
Did the rhythm get messed up?
Step up, let's see ya!
Existence is unity.
บึ้ม
This is more than a battle.
Set to the sea! Go play!
เวิร์ดฟูล
Did
แต้
the
ม
rhythm get messed up?
แต้มติดไปเลย
Let's improvise.
Some value, I suppose.
Reach the end of the story in your own way. Ta!
เรียกว่าเก็บทุกหย่อมยากอะไรล่ะเนี่ย
The puppets are gathering around the frame. Are they expecting us to enter it?
บทกวีของนักโทษเฮ้ยอะไรวะเนี่ยโจมาเป็นละคร
Where
ของ
are
แท้
we now?
ไอสัตว์แล้วเสือกเป็นนี่ของจริงด้วยเดี๋ยวคืออะไรเนี่ยเหรอมีอย่างนี้ด้วยเหรอ
The atmosphere here looks similar to Sunday's inner world. This act is named Ode to Prisoner. Given the atmosphere,
I thought things were finally looking up as I managed to dodge prison during my recent trail.
Wow.
I genuinely wish to avoid a violent clash with my esteemed guests from afar. Therefore, I've arranged 3 acts before the situation becomes irreparable. Where shall we start our narrative? Well, let's start with the top.
Activate!
The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Nice like a good my friend. Indulge yourself!
Where shall we start our narrative? Well, let's start with the time when Penacony was still a frontier prison.
Firefly Type 4. Activate! Join the battle. Detonate!
Take your positions.
Bing. Bing. ตาย อะไรอ่ะยอดการคนช่าง5บางครั้งคุณก็จะพบแล้วหลังจากตอบโต้แท่งเลื่อนเส้นทางได้แล้วเอาวางเป็นบล็อกได้เลยเหรออันนี้เราสามารถเลื่อนได้เลยดีไว้ดี
In 2147 AE, a prisoner named Hanun ignited a struggle for liberty and emerged triumphant. IPC referred to it as the War of the Frontier, while the Asdanians dubbed it the War of Independence.
มันมาทางนี้เพื่อนี่ได้ต่อไปบนนั้นก็คือเอาสมบัติก่อนเลยครับเพราะ I need treasure คุณรู้ความจริงมึงไม่ต้องบอกกูก็ได้นะเพราะอันนี้มันรู้อยู่แล้วแต่นะถ้าไปทางนี้ก็แปลว่าสามารถขึ้นข้างบนได้
It's true that Hanunu was a legendary hero, but it must be acknowledged that while he bestowed freedom upon the prisoners, he didn't grant them true. The three nameless stayed on the planet.
Initiate cleanup. Detonate.
Let's improvise.
In the mood for an.
Every victory is hard won. No danger detected, but never let your guard down.
Initiate cleanup.
The mood is set. Let the show begin.
Like fireflies until everything burns to ashes! Set to the seas of flame!
Dreams do come true.
Oh, นี่มี2 อันอย่างนั้น
Let's build another prison, not within the physical.
Once again, Asdana was engulfed in war. This time, the enemies originating from within. The prisoners remained prisoners for the rest of their lives, fighting for freedom rather than living for it.
I hope you like this land of freedom on a scorched earth.
As you can see, their sentences have long ended, and the IPC guards have long been expelled. Freedom permeates every corner, except fragile souls.
Prisoners, this is my order. Learn the essence of freedom and teach your fellow prisoners to...
Hey! Why do we have to fight while enjoying the show?
For I desire not only your enjoyment, but also your assistance in its completion.
Indulge yourselves!
Until everything burns to ashes!
ไปเลยทีนี้ปั๊บไม่โดนเลยวะ
Step up, let's see. It ain't over.
เอาต้องคือ
Did the rhythm get messed up? Let's improvise.
Some value, I suppose. Existence is unity.
มาปึกปึ้ง
Set the seas ablaze!
Take your positions.
ปิ้ง
Firefly type fight to land!
ปั๊บ
In the mood for an...
นี่ไง
Did the rhythm mood is set? Let the show begin! Dreams do come true.
ปั๊บ
No one can restrain you anymore. You are free.
Thus concludes the first act.
This must be how Penacony was constructed. With the aid of outsiders, the prisoners were finally liberated. However, it appears that Sunday aims to convey...
This show is a bit too literary for my taste. But the battle part is quite... These puppets... Where are they guiding us this time?
ไงไม่รู้แต่ต้องดูอีกทีนึงว่าคลานี้มัน
They
จะพาไปไหน
transmuted streams of stars into inked nibs, creating symbols to be pronounced and counted.
แต่ก่อนหน้านั้นน่ะ
They molded stardust into flowing rivers, assigning the righteous upstream and the unjust downstream. Thus, all things...
Activate! Initiate cleanup! Attack!
Until everything
กูนึกว่าจะ
burns to
เชื่อว่าจะระ
ashes!
เบิดตายออกไปตายทั้งตัวนี้
Set the seas ablaze!
Let's improvise.
Slice like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Eternal.
อ๋อกูลืมไปเลยว่าแพสซีฟกูไอ้ยีหนึ่งของตัวละครตัวนี้มันทำให้นี่ได้ดีกว่ามันทำให้เราสามารถ
Every petal, all will be swept away by the
อัน
wind.
ตีแล้วเพิ่มนี่ไม่ได้แต่อันนี้ดีกว่า
This is more than a battle. Fight to land!
ปั๊ม
The mood is set. Just let the show begin.
I will claim victory from set the seas ablaze!
ระเบิดแล้วก็นี่ทีนี้ก็ปั๊มระเบิดไปอีกที
I will claim victory for my... Every
เอ้
victory
ย
is
มันมี
hard
ต่อ
won.
จิ๊กซอว์เดี๋ยวดูหน่อยสิตรงนี้แหละกูเชื่อใช่ทางด้านนี้ก็คือทางด้านขวาล่างเก็บก่อน
Looks good.
ก็เป็นโรงละครของทีมคนที่นี้อะไรล่ะนั่นในที่สุดกูก็เจอสักทีแต่ยังว่าล่ะนะพอดีว่ากูใช้เซตอันนี้ไปแล้วได้อันนี้ไปเรียบร้อยแล้วแต่ที่แน่ก็คือเอามาใช้แทนไว้ก่อน
Is that all?
ใช้ไอ้เหี้ยกูอยากได้เซตพวกนี้มานานแล้วอะไรวะเนี่ย
Looks good.
Hey!
Sound lingers.
Please stay tuned.
Firefly Type 4. Activate!
Eternal.
Nice, like a good friend. Indulge yourselves!
The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Sam in position. Attack!
Like until everything burns to ashes!
ปัง
Set
ดีนะเพราะมีของแล้วมันเลยไม่ค่อยดีเท่าไหร่
Inspection complete. Nothing suspicious.
Look,
ดาวแห่งการเฉลิมฉลอง
another frame.
No danger detected. But never let your guard down.
มันสื่อถึงแบบนี้นี่เอง
Ode to Fool. This must be the second act.
The surroundings are different from before.
เดี๋ยวไปห้องน้ำก่อนปวดฉี่ มาต่อเลย
Behold the ensuing tale, a struggle for power. Penacony witnessed the ascent of the 7 major lineages: tree, grass, flower, bird.
Activate! Initiate cleanup!
Did the rhythm get messed up?
Until everything burns to ashes!
Let's improvise!
Fight to live!
In the mood for another beating?
There's more to life. Recalibrating. Set to the seas ablaze! I will claim victory for myself.
Nice like a good brew, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Every victory is hard won.
โอเคก่อนที่จะไปอันต่อไปกูขออนุญาตลงทางนี้แป๊บเพื่อไปหาสมบัติก่อน
Inspection complete. Nothing suspicious.
You did not serve the old master.
The leader of the Alfalfa family sought to defect to the IPC, trading freedom for survival. However, his eldest son slew him in the name of righteousness and ascended as the new family head.
Mechanism deactivated.
Welcome to this mansion, dear outsider.
Land of the Exiles was in disarray.
Activate! Initiate cleanup!
Good brew. Full, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Dreams do come true.
Some value, I suppose.
Set to the seas ablaze!
The mood is set. Let the show begin! Did the rhythm get messed up? Let's improvise.
Every victory is hard won.
Welcome to this mansion, dear.
Land of the Exiles was in disarray, besieged by both internal... The Black Plum family was the first to fall. They withered away in the White Desert event, orchestrated by the Alpha. The leader of the Alfalfa family sought to defect to the IPC, trading freedom for survival.
เพราะว่าให้มันนำเสนอแบบนี้ยังดู
His
ดี
eldest son slew him in the name of righteousness and ascended as the new family head.
Impressive. Impeccable precision.
ไปดูส่วนตัวคิดว่าแบบพูดไปแล้วแบบได้แบบเล่นไม่นี่ไปกูว่ายังดูดีแบบเนี้ยดูดีกว่าเยอะอีกอย่างมันไม่น่าเบื่อด้วยแบบพูดไปนี่ไปแล้วก็เล่นต่อสู้อะไรไปเงี้ยแบบเนี้ยดีอะ
Inspection complete. Nothing suspicious.
Only when Gopher Wood led the family to Land of the Exiles and earned recognition from all 5 major lineages did Penacony earn its new name, the Land of the Dreams.
Dear outsider, I beseech your aid in...
You want us to...
I wish they could regain their reach.
This is the second act. Looks like it's about Penacony's journey to becoming the land of the...
But this new master seems like a bad guy to me, don't you think?
Perhaps this is the truth Sunday is trying to express, if you...
Looks like we've gotta help those...
In the absence of my master, I am free. But without their guidance, for whom shall I sing?
This puppet isn't responding at all.
I shall sing for my new master, just as their noble voice once resonated.
Master! Oh, you will return in due course, and I shall stand vigilant. Master, now that you have gone, I shall wait no longer for my reward.
Once, I stood as the most loyal guard among all the servants. Now with my master...
Yep.
My former master has long departed. But why?
Master is no longer here. I thought I'd be free, but I'm not. Master is no longer here. I must seek a new master.
Either I shall be my own master, or I shall return. Without a master, who can grant me
Thank you, dear outsiders. Heed me, one and all. Your former master shall cast aside the veils.
Get ready. Looks like another fight is about...
Listen, the snow blankets all has done. The sky trembles, and the earth teeters on the brink of collapse. At the edge of the silver heat, the first lights out with the rising sun.
Enjoying yourself?
In the mood for another beating?
Grace and elegant.
This is more than a battle.
Set the seas ablaze!
Dreams do come true. The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Nice, like my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Eternal. Every petal in life's garden, all will be swept away by the wind.
Fight to live!
Take your positions.
Stand in position. Attack!
Alas, they remain but slaves till the very end. Thus concludes the second act.
This is how Penacony fell under the family's control. Since the arrival of the Harmony, the land of the exiles has undergone dramatic changes.
This guy really loves dramatic scenes. Bet he comes.
They used the planetary rings to establish the law, forging a code of conduct among the masses. A grand lyre with black and white keys served as an instrument, while symbols of articulation and numerical notation took the form of musical notes.
โอเคทุกคน
The
เดี๋ยว
downward
ผม
flowing river
ค่อยมา
became
ใหม่ละกันนะ เดี๋ยวผมไปแล้ว
The
เดี๋ยวไปออก
canon
กำลั
of
งกาย
law
เดี๋ยวไปเล่นอะไรก่อน
dictated
นะ
Thus,
Okay.
all mortals found their unique place within this symphony. That